All right, this is an issue that's been plaguing YouTube for a long time, having to do with the copyright system. But recently, Davey504 made this video kind of exposing what the biggest issue is with YouTube's copyright system and why it's so scary for any creators that make fair use content based on other people's copyrighted music, or even if you're not using other people's copyrighted music, if you're using things that have been in the public domain for centuries, you're still at risk of losing your channel because of the way the YouTube copyright system works. And that's what we're going to talk about here. But first of all, let me give you some background. David504 just posted this video today about how he had covered Moonlight Sonata, a song that's been in public domain for over 200 years. And some rando claimed his video. I'll just show you that clip here.
So I disputed it, like usual. The result of my dispute, rejected. After reviewing your dispute, this name, who is this, has decided the copyright claim is still valid. Who the f is this? And you know what's the best part? Because I lost the claim, I actually got a copyright strike. That's much more serious, because you can have unlimited copyright claims and still be fine. But once I get 3 copyright strikes, my channel is gone. Terminated. Seriously. This is insane. I'm still
Yeah, he just described what the biggest issue is with this whole situation. It's the fact that the people who make the copyright claims against you, first of all, they don't need to actually own the rights to the copyright that they're claiming. As you can see there, obviously, whatever that was does not own the rights to Moonlight Sonata because it's been public domain for centuries. But they're still able to make that claim. The second and the biggest issue with this whole situation with YouTube's copyright system is the fact that the claimant is the one who gets to make the decision of whether the claim is valid or not. That's like going to court over someone who is launching a lawsuit against you for something you didn't do, or maybe you did do it. It works either way. But someone is suing you, bringing you to court. You get to the courtroom, you sit down, and you realize there is no jury, there is no judge. You're at the mercy of the prosecution. The prosecution is the one who gets to make the decision whether you're guilty or not. And what do you think that decision is going to be? Obviously, they have a giant bias when they're deciding the outcome of your trial. And that's exactly how the YouTube copyright system works. The person who makes a claim, somehow they're able to make these claims without having any actual legal ownership over the material they're claiming. And then they're also the ones that get to decide whether your dispute is valid. How messed up is that? And then when they decide that your dispute's not valid, you get a copyright strike on your channel, which if you get 3 of those, your channel could get deleted. So it's so messed up that YouTube gives that power to people. So if someone wanted to take down your channel, they could, you know? It's super scary, and it's been this way since YouTube's been around, which is the crazy part. People have been talking about this for over a decade now, and it hasn't been fixed. Now that Davey504 is talking about it, hopefully YouTube will actually do something about it. But, you know, it's very messed up and scary for us content creators who are, you know, we've spent over a decade in some cases building our YouTube channels into something that, you know, has become our career, but it could all be taken away from us overnight in the certain circumstances by no fault of our own. You know, someone could just decide to attack us, copyright strike bomb us, and then we're gone off the face of the internet after putting so much work into building our channels. So it's super scary that YouTube's given that power to anyone. Honestly, it's baffling to anyone with any shred of you know, practicality or logic that this has even been legally allowed to continue for such a long time, the way it all works now. Like, I'm surprised there hasn't been a class action lawsuit on YouTube about, you can't let the prosecution decide the outcome of the trial. That is extremely conflict of interest. The prosecution obviously has a giant bias, but that's the way it's set up on YouTube. So anyway, just wanted to give my 2 cents to this. Hopefully, spread the message around a little more and get more people talking about this so YouTube actually hears it. But I'm really hopeful that since Davey 504 talked about it, maybe something will get done about it, because it is scary as a creator out here that this is a possibility.